From the fire of Mercury to the frozen silence of Neptune, every planet in our solar system holds its own kind of death. Some burn, some crush, some freeze the air itself. And yet, every world tells a story about heat, gravity, chaos, and how fragile life really is. So tonight, we're not looking at stars. We're falling through them one planet at a time. This is If You Landed on Every Planet, a journey across the impossible. A reminder that space doesn't forgive mistakes, and beauty always comes with a cost. Mercury orbits closest to the Sun, yet it isn't burning every hour of the day. Once the sunlight fades, the planet turns into a frozen world at -180°C. When dawn breaks, that same surface climbs to over 430°C. That kind of temperature swing doesn't happen anywhere else. The reason? Mercury has almost no atmosphere. Just a whisper-thin exosphere that can hold heat or shield radiation. So when the sun rises, everything bakes. When it sets, everything dies of cold. And if you ever tried to land there, good luck. The ground is a minefield of cliffs and impact craters, and without real air resistance, slowing down is nearly impossible. UD hit the surface at full speed, one mistake away from becoming part of the landscape. NASA's best suits max out at 121°C, but Mercury's daytime burns past 400. At night, it drops well below the suit's limit of 157°C. Either way, you lose. The only narrow chance lies in what scientists call the terminator zone, the twilight strip between day and night. Here, temperatures balance for a moment, before swinging again. It's the calm edge of a planet that knows no middle ground, because on Mercury, peace lasts about as long as sunlight. Venus looks calm from a distance, glowing gold, wrapped in clouds, but step closer, and it's pure hell. It's Earth's closest neighbor, only 40 million kilometers away, and nearly the same size. Sounds friendly, right? It's not. Those soft yellow clouds? They're made of sulfuric acid, the kind that eats through metal in seconds. Even with a next-gen spacesuit, you barely breathe before the filters corrode. And that's just the welcome party. As you descend, the view disappears. The atmosphere thickens into a suffocating ocean of carbon dioxide. Sunlight fades to a dim orange haze, barely 10% of what reaches Earth. Then the heat hits, around 450°C. That's hotter than Mercury. Even though Venus is farther from the Sun, the air itself weighs you down. Pressure at the surface is 92 times what we feel on Earth, like being crushed nearly a kilometer under the sea. Your suit would fold, your lungs would burst, and the acid would finish what the pressure started. On Venus, there's no up or down, only fire and weight. The planet doesn't burn you fast, it squeezes the life out of you slowly. Because beauty here is just another way to die. Mars, the red planet, has fooled dreamers for decades. It looks calm, familiar, almost like home. But that comfort is an illusion. Daytime can feel gentle, around 20°C, almost pleasant compared to Mercury or Venus. Then night comes, and the warmth collapses. Temperatures plunge to -130°, turning the surface into a frozen desert. Its atmosphere is barely there, thin, fragile, made mostly of carbon dioxide, oxygen, traces. Pressure, 1% of Earth's. Step outside without protection, and your blood would boil before you could exhale. And even if you survive that, Mars hits you with something worse. Radiation. Exposure here is 40 to 50 times higher than on Earth. It seeps into everything, your suit, your bones, your DNA. Then come the storms. They rise without warning, stretching across the entire planet. Winds can reach 100 kilometers per hour, but it's not the speed, it's the dust. The fine razor-like sand can rip through machinery and block sunlight for weeks. Mars doesn't want you dead right away. It prefers slow exhaustion, cold, radiation, and silence working together. And yet, of all the planets, it's still the most hospitable. That's not saying much, just that here, death would take a little longer. Jupiter isn't just big, it's overwhelming. The king of planets, a swirling giant made of storms, radiation, and gravity that wants to crush you before you even get close. Even from 300,000 kilometers away, the radiation starts to punch through metal. Without heavy shielding, you wouldn't last a minute. But let's say your suit is perfect, your ship unbreakable. Then the real nightmare begins. Jupiter's gravity is 2.4 times stronger than Earth's. The moment you fall in, you're accelerating faster than a skydiver in a hurricane. The first clouds you hit are made of frozen ammonia, minus 150 degrees Celsius and spinning at 480 kilometers per hour. That's not wind. That's chaos in motion. Keep falling and light fades. Pressure builds. The deeper you go, the air turns thick, not quite gas, not quite liquid, something in between called supercritical fluid. Here, you don't fly anymore. You sink. Further down, hydrogen becomes metallic, dense enough to trap electricity, strong enough to break physics as we know it. And somewhere below all that, maybe a core. No one knows if it's solid or liquid. But temperatures there reach 24,000 degrees Celsius, about 4 times hotter than the sun's surface. On Jupiter there's no landing, only falling endlessly. Saturn, the beauty of the solar system, looks peaceful from a telescope. Golden rings, soft clouds, a slow spin. But that calm is a lie. Up close, Saturn is chaos wearing jewelry. Before you even reach the planet, you'd face a minefield of debris, shattered moons, ice, and rocks spinning at bullet speed. Survive that, and the atmosphere greets you with winds moving at 1,800 kilometers per hour. That's hurricane force. Times 10. The gas itself is mostly hydrogen and helium, thin at first, then thick as syrup the deeper you fall. Pressure climbs fast, soon matching the deepest trenches of Earth's oceans. Then comes the cold. Minus 250 degrees Celsius near the top, freezing everything solid. A few layers down, temperatures swing back to zero, and then rise again. Down there, even the air starts turning into liquid. And if you somehow make it all the way to the core, you'd find a molten, rocky heart 10 times larger than Earth, burning at 11,700 degrees Celsius. That's twice the sun's surface. And the weight pressing around you? 1,000 times Earth's atmosphere. Saturn is beauty designed to deceive. A planet that smiles from afar and swallows you whole up close. Uranus is where the solar system starts to feel lonely. It spins on its side, literally tipped over, as if something once hit it hard enough to break its balance forever. A day here lasts only 17 Earth hours, but it barely matters. The sun is so far away, light arrives like a faint echo. Temperatures drop to minus 220 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze the air itself. Uranus isn't made of rock like Earth or gas like Jupiter. It's what scientists call an ice giant, built from water, methane, and ammonia. That doesn't mean snow or frost. It means toxic gases, frozen solid, drifting in darkness. Try to descend through those clouds, and you'd be swallowed by poison. The wind screams at 900 kilometers per hour, carrying shards of ice that cut like glass. Deeper down, pressure builds to 100 times Earth's. Your ship would compress like paper. And in the middle of all that violence, something incredible happens. Diamond rain. Methane breaks apart, carbon crystallizes, and diamonds fall like hailstones into an endless storm. It's beautiful and brutal. Uranus doesn't burn you, drown you, or crush you right away. It freezes you first, then turns you into part of its storm. Neptune is the edge of sunlight, the last outpost before space turns black for good. 30 times farther from the sun than Earth, it glows deep blue, calm on the outside, violent within. Here, daylight is so weak it feels like twilight that never ends. The upper layers are bitterly cold, far below minus 200 degrees Celsius. Yet deeper down, pressure crushes molecules together until they burn. The core reaches 7,000 degrees Celsius, hotter than the sun's surface. Neptune and Uranus are twins by composition, both ice giants, but Neptune is the wilder one. Its winds scream past 2,000 kilometers per hour, the fastest in the entire solar system. That's supersonic speed, powerful enough to circle the planet in less than a day. Inside the storm, something astonishing happens. Diamond rain. The same methane that poisons the air on Uranus shatters under pressure here. Carbon hardens, and diamonds fall like glitter into the darkness below. No solid ground. No safe place to stand. Just endless blue storms and a heartbeat of fire buried underneath. Neptune isn't just the end of the solar system. It has the reminder that even in the coldest corners of space, chaos still burns. 7 planets. 7 ways the universe says, not here. But the fact that we can even imagine standing there, that's what makes us different, curious, stubborn, human. So if you love stories that burn, freeze, and break the rules of physics, You're already one of us. Hit subscribe, join the channel, and keep traveling with us to the next impossible world. Because out here, curiosity is the only thing that survives.